بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. قال المؤلف رحمه الله: وحكي في سبب وضع أبي الأسود لهذا الفن أنه كان ليلة على سطح بيته وعنده بنته. It was cited, it was said, حكي. Hikayah is a telling or recitation. في سبب وضع, concerning the reason for Abu al-Aswad to establish this craft. He's the wadi', the putter.
No.
That he was one night, Laylatan, on the roof of his house, and with him his daughter. فرأت السماء ونجومها. So she saw the sky and its stars. وحسن تلألؤ أنوارها, and the beauty of the shimmering of its lights. Yani she saw.
No.
مع وجود الظلمة, with the existence of the darkness, meaning against the darkness of the night. فقالت يا أبت ما أحسن السماء بضم النون وكسر الهمزة. And so she said, "O my father, ما أحسن السماء." So she said, what is the most beautiful of the sky? With a dhamma on the noon, ahsanu, so it's in a state of rafa'.
No.
And the kasra on the hamza, as-sama'i, so it's mudaf ilayhi.
No.
And before it, ma ahsanu. So, like that's a mubtada and khabar, predicate, subject and predicate. What is the most beautiful of the sky? Faqal, and so he said, meaning he answered her in accordance with what she said. Ay bunayya, ay bunayya. Ay, that's one of the calling particles, like yeah.
No.
And there is a list of them. Among those who mention them is Al-Hariri in Mulhatul I'rab. Now, Mulhatul I'rab is a nice poem in NaHw. It is said to be the first poem in NaHw.
Okay.
It's not that long. It's by a scholar named Al-Hariri. So,
Okay.
And it is said that the whole thing, he wrote it in one night.
MashaAllah.
MashaAllah. So, he has in his poem a list of the huruf nida.
MashaAllah.
فَقَالَ أَيْ بُنَيَّ. He said, "Oh, my small daughter." Bunayya, which is miniaturized form of bint.
Okay.
Tasghir. So it has its rules, and according to its rules, you would take a word, alter it in certain convention, and then the meaning is a small version of whatever it was that the word was taken from. So he says, فقال أي بنية أي بنية نجومها. And it's not a condition when you miniaturize something that that one is truly small. One son could be bigger than him. He says, "Ya bunay."
Mm.
Yep. So he says, "Hey bunayya nujumuha." He answered her, "Its stars are the most beautiful thing of the sky." وظن أنها أرادت أي شيء أحسن منها. And he thought that she meant which thing is the most beautiful from the sky or of the sky. فقالت, and so she said, يا أبت ما أردت هذا. Oh, my father, not did I intend this. إنما, merely, إنما is for restriction, limitation. So you can translate it like merely, only, simply, something like that. Sometimes but, or something that gives that meaning of just limiting and restricting. إنما أردت التعجب. Merely, I meant the astonishment. من حسنها, from its beauty.
Mm.
So التعجب, that's a chapter in NaHw. So yes, ta'ajjub on surface level has the meaning of some emotion, right? But it actually is a grammatical structure. That's a chapter. There's two ways that you can. There's more than two ways actually in Arabic to express ta'ajjub, but there's two special conventions you can use. Here we're going to mention one of them. But you can do it in several ways, including Subhanallah. The grammarians have documented that as a statement of ta'ajjub. But it has no special convention for expressing ta'ajjub. It's just put forth like that. فَقَالَ, and so he said, Kuli, say, ما أحسن السماء وافتحي فاك. Say ما أحسن السماء, and open your mouth. Meaning pronounce the fatha. أحسن السماء. Don't say u e. MashaAllah. فلما أصبح غدا على سيدنا علي. So when he arrived in the morning, yani when the morning came over him, or when he was in the morning, غدا على سيدنا علي. غدا يغدو. Now I don't recall how to translate that. But the context is clear enough. He went to Imam Ali. Exactly غدا, now I don't remember. على سيدنا علي. To our master, or our sire, Ali. كرم الله وجهه. May Allah honor his face. Ameen. وقال, and he said, يا أمير المؤمنين, O Prince of the Believers, حدث في أولادنا, there has happened to our children ما لم نعرف, that which we did not know, or that which we did not recognize. وأخبره بالقصة, and he informed him about the story. فقال, and so he said, it doesn't say who said, because it's clear. Yeah, because he's responding. فقال, and so he said, هذا بمخالطة العجم العرب. Or you could read it هذا بمخالطة العجم العرب. This is by the mixing of, if you'll allow, I'll translate this as foreigners. It means non-Arabs though. But maybe from their perspective it means foreigner. So this is by the mixing of the foreigners with the Arabs. ثم أمره, then he instructed him. فاشترى صحيفة, and so he purchased a page or a tablet or a parchment or something. وأملى عليه بعد أيام, and then, okay, let's back up real quick first. So we always have to make sure we're keeping track of the pronouns so that we don't get lost here. وقال, and he said, I'm backing up, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, so that's Abu al-Aswad. O Amir al-Mu'mineen, there has happened to our children what we did not recognize. وأخبره, and he informed him. So he informed Ali بالقصة. فقال, and so he said, here that's Ali responding. هذا بمخالطة العجم العرب, or العجم العرب. This is by the mixing of the foreigners with the Arabs. ثم أمره, then he commanded him. So that would be Ali giving the command.
No.
And then that's then Abu al-Aswad being commanded. فاشترى, and so he purchased. The context makes me understand that he obeyed him. He obeyed the command, and therefore purchased. So that I understand that's Abu al-Aswad who did the purchasing.
No.
صحيفة, a page or something like that. وأملى عليه بعد أيام, and he dictated to him. But who's doing the dictating? Ali's doing the dictating, and he dictated to him after some days, meaning, and Ali dictated to Abu al-Aswad after some days. So look how the Arabic compacted all of that in there. If we translate that and spell it out, we'll have to put all the names and everything, or someone will get lost. أقسام الكلام ثلاثة. The divisions of speech are three. اسم وفعل وحرف جاء لمعنى. A nominal, a verb, and a particle that came with a meaning or for a meaning. وجملة من باب التعجب, and he dictated to him a sentence from the chapter of astonishment. وقال, and he said, NaHw نحو هذا. That's Ali saying that he told him, go this way, go like this, something like that. فلذلك سمي بعلم النحو. For that reason it was named the knowledge of NaHw. So the literal linguistic meaning of NaHw is qasd, goal or aim or intent. With a dhamma on the ha, NaHw. So the Maldi would be NaHw, to go somewhere. Then the Mudari' yanhu.
MashaAllah.
And the source is the word NaHw. Yani that's the masdar. نحى ينحو نحوا. So the command would be أنح. A person could say أنا أذهب هذا النحو. I'm going this way. And it's واضح in Arabic, is very clear. فلذلك سمي بعلم النحو. For that reason it was named the knowledge of نحو. ثم قال, then he said, تتبعه يا أبا الأسود. Follow it up, O Abu al-Aswad. وزد عليه ما وقع لك. And add to it whatever occurs to you. وَعْلَمْ يَا أَبَا الْأَسْوَدِ. And know, O Abu al-Aswad, أَنَّ الْأَشْيَاءَ ثَلَاثَةً. That the things are three. ظاهر, something ظاهر, apparent. ومضمر, and something veiled. وشيء ليس بظاهر ولا مضمر, and something that's neither apparent nor veiled. وإنما تتفاضل الناس في معرفة ما ليس بظاهر ولا مضمر. And merely the people vary in knowing what's neither apparent nor veiled. So here he's talking about elements of the language. Zahir is what's apparent. For example, you have a'lam, which are proper nouns. You have asma'ul jins, common nouns. Some things are clear, and then other things are veiled, mudmar, such as pronouns. Doma'ir are mudmar, and some other things are like that, like ism ishara, ism mawsul. Then you have some things that are, according to Imam Ali, neither this nor that. And I've asked and I've never gotten an explanation. What is that?
NaHw.
قال أبو الأسود. Abu al-Aswad said, فجمعت منها أشياء. And so I gathered from that. Minha. Minha, what does the pronoun here in minha go back to? It could go back to, firstly, the rule is, your standard rule is the pronoun goes back to the closest thing. But that's not an absolute rule. So here, minha, closest thing it could go back to that I see is أشياء. فجمعت منها أشياء. Abu al-Aswad said, and so I gathered or compiled from that, or from it, or from them, things. Possibly also here, minha, maybe the pronoun goes back to the word lugha, which is not stated here but implied. Bismillah. وَعَرَضْتُهَا عَلَيْهِ. And I displayed them to him, to Ali. Ustad Wafi gave us the analogy of someone who's doing his doctorate. He said Imam Ali is the Ustad.
No.
And Abu al-Aswad is the researcher. فَكَانَ مِنْ ذَلِكَ حُرُوفُ النَّصْبِ. And among that was the particles of nasb. فَكَانَ مِنْهَا. And among them, among what was documented, were إن وأن وليت ولعل وكأن. Inna and anna and later and la'alla and ka'anna. Walam avkur lakinna. Abu Aswad says, and I didn't mention lakinna. Faqala li. So he said to me, meaning Ali, lima taraktaha. Why did you leave it out? Or why did you leave it? Faqult. And so I said, Lam ahsibha or lam ahsabha minha. You can read it either way. So I said, I didn't reckon it one of them. Or I didn't count it one of them. Faqal, and so he said, Bal hiya minha. In fact, it is one of them. Fazidha, so add it. ثم سمع أبو الأسود رجلا يقرأ. Then Abu al-Aswad heard a man reciting أن الله بريء من المشركين ورسوله بالجر. He heard a man reciting this ayah, putting ورسوله in a state of jar.
NaHw.
Therefore altering the meaning. So أن الله بريء من المشركين, that Allah has nothing to do or disavows or something like that. He has nothing to do with the pagans. وَرَسُولُهُ, and his messenger, if we just want to translate the words.
No.
With the pagans and his messenger. So وَرَسُولُهُ goes back to أَنَّ اللَّهَ.
No.
But if you read it with jar, it would go back to al-mushrikeen.
No. Oof.
فَوَضَعَ بَابَ الْعَطْفِ وَالنَّعْتِ. So then he established the chapters of conjunction and adjective. قال الجلال السيوطي, said Al-Jalal السيوطي في شرح ألفيته, in the explanation of his millennial poem. وقد اتفق العلماء, the scholars have agreed, على أن النحو يحتاج إليه في كل فن من فنون العلم, that nahu is needed in every field of knowledge. لا سيما التفسير والحديث, especially interpretation and hadith. فإنه لا يجوز لأحد أن يتكلم في كتاب الله. For indeed, فإنه, إنه, that's called ضمير الشأن. Sha'n means the affair, the issue at hand. So فإنه is like saying, for indeed the issue at hand is لا يجوز لأحد أن يتكلم في كتاب الله. It is not permissible for anyone to talk about the book of Allah حتى يكون ملما بالعربية, until he is acquainted with Arabic. لأن القرآن عربي, because the Quran is Arabic. ولا تفهم مقاصده إلا بمعرفة قواعد العربية, and its goals or its points are not understood except by familiarity with the rules of Arabic. وكذا الحديث, and likewise the hadith. قال ابن الصلاح, Ibn al-Salah said, and he is the Sheikh of Mustalah. ينبغي للمحدث ألا يروي حديثه بقراءة لحان. It is a must that the hadith scholar does not narrate his hadiths with the recitation of one who makes mistakes. Lahan. Lahan is the amplified form of lahin, like kadhab is amplified form of kadhib. So lahan is the one who has the lahan. The lahan has, the word has several meanings in the language. Among them is the mistake in grammar, like one talks and he blunders when he speaks.
MashaAllah.
Among them is making mistake in Quran recitation. They call that lahan. And then there's two types of lahan, like lahan jali and lahan khafi. Whether it's haram, mistake, or you're just not applying the rule of tajweed, but it's not haram, still called lahan.